This is our summative feedback grading system. We've combined a grading system that has narrative feedback along with content-based assessment, which encourages collaboration of the teacher, student, and parents. Students will be graded based on the knowledge of the content and also TEKS requirements. There's 5 areas for instruction: knowledge of content, use of 21st century resources, independence, personal growth, group skills, and mastery of content through assessments. Each assignment will allow the use of at least one of these areas for instruction. Mastery is assessed every 6 weeks. In the category of knowledge of content, students should be able to demonstrate a clear knowledge of the content with each assignment. Students should master the TEKS for each content area, and students will be expected to complete content-based daily assignments. Not necessarily homework, these assignments can be completed in class. Students should demonstrate a proper use of technology when required. Some assignments will only use technology. We think it's important for students to be able to use technology since we'll be moving towards an education that mostly will use tablets and not much paper anymore. So we want students to be able to be prepared for that type of environment. Independence and personal growth. Students will exercise creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. These assignments will be for building real-world experiences and teaching them how to be prepared for those kind of experiences. Students should be able to use these skills out in the real world. So kind of college prep and things like that. Group skills. Students will be required to complete group projects and develop interpersonal skills. Students are expected to collaborate with other students several times per 6 weeks. And the 6 weeks assessment may be in the form of a group project or a group presentation. We just want to encourage that collaboration with other students because we know that that helps students to learn more successfully. And then mastery through standards-based assessment. Assignments will help to evaluate the level of mastery for each student. So we'll be testing the content every 6 weeks. Students will be assessed on their mastery of content also through their daily work. And they'll receive a content and an assignment grade, and we'll talk more about that later. And each 6 weeks, the students will be assessed on the mastery of content through an exam, presentation, or a group project.
So grades are for multiple purposes, and the purpose of grades is to communicate with each student individually. Grades communicate level of expectation from teacher to student about how they should succeed in the class. Level of academic achievement, so how the student's doing in the class. Encouragement, what the student is doing well in the class and needs to keep doing well. And disappointment, what the student needs to change in order to increase their grade and their experience of mastery of content. In our grading system, we use narrative grading, which is used to explain the assigned grade and encourage the student. Once again, it's to communicate the student's grade and what the student is succeeding at or needs to improve on in order to succeed. In a study by Bagley, students stated that narrative evaluations really help them improve their grade and their focus in class when it comes to what their priority should be with studies. One student said, narrative evaluations give me a chance to focus on my strengths and improve. And another student said, it helps me to pinpoint what I need to work on and what I can use to grow in this area. So each teacher will give a report card for their specific class. A content grade and an assignment grade will be listed. Content rules the grade, although the assignment grades are important for demonstrating knowledge of content. The content grade is a number on a scale. 90 to 100 means mastery of content. 80 to 89 means competent in content. Basic understanding of the content is a 70 to a 79, and from 0 to 69 means little to no understanding of the content. The assignment grade. It does not contribute to the overall grade of the class. It is only on a check system. A correlation between the two should be positive. So a student can get a check plus, check, or check minus on any given assignment. Check plus means superior work. Check means that it's adequate work, and check minus means there are several errors and it's not up to standard. This grade, a positive correlation would be a positive grade up in the 90s to 100s to a check plus. It's that kind of scale system. The assignment grade is where the areas of instruction are important. These assignments contribute to the overall growth and development of the student. Although these grade assignments are not graded, they are highly encouraged and very important to the success of students. If students have knowledge of content, the assignment grade shouldn't be difficult. So with each report card comes an objective report. It's a list of TEKS mastered and TEKS needing work that the teacher provides. With each TEK listed will come a narrative comment on the student's success or lack of understanding. For example, if a student has succeeded at a TEK, a teacher might describe how they've succeeded at the TEK. If the TEK is over poetry and interpreting it, the teacher may talk about how the student is excellent at understanding the plot of a poem. On our report card, we also have a parent signature. This is basically recognition of the parent that they received the student's grade and understand why the student received that grade. Gusky stated that we use grading and reporting methods to enhance, not hinder, teaching and learning. When both parties speak the same language, joint efforts to help students are likely to succeed. So, parents and teachers need to work together in order to instill in their students the importance of studying and understanding content. For assignments, the student is given a rubric for each assignment they complete, which is also broken down into content grade and assignment grade, like the report card. Content grades are based on covering the class objectives or standards. Assignment grades are based on physical aspects of the assignment, like presentations or projects. Students should also exhibit the use of at least one of the areas of instruction in each assignment.
So in conclusion, students will use each of these areas of instruction for the various assignments. Students are given a content grade and an assignment grade, but the content grade is what rules the entire grade. Students are assessed every 6 weeks through exams, group projects, or presentations. Teachers provide a report of students' mastery of content and TEKS for each 6 weeks, and the report will include grades and feedback from the teacher. With all these listed, the grading system combines narrative feedback and a content-based assessment, which encourages the collaboration of teacher, student, and a parent.